Guys, maybe you have to click got it. It's like saying, this is being streamed live. If you're a Karen and you don't like that, leave now. And we're up and running. So here on Netflix, see this, we definitely want to get a nice little alert like that. So you'll get better at this whole charting thing and everything over the years. You just got to look at tens of thousands of charts in your time. Seeing the trend line. IoT. Let's let a few more people pour in. Chris in here, RJ. T. Yeah, it's nice. Is that on our hot list? Let me see here. No, it is not. It should be on our hot list, though. This really gave back a lot on this last run. Kind of almost disqualifies itself. You guys, let me know any tickers you'd like me to take a look at this morning. Let's see what we've got on the momentum hot list here this morning. TOVX. MB. I mean, that blue line just says it all, you know. It's the FWAP line. MB and then XPOF. 1000 volume. Okay, XPOF. Cap bounce. Bounce. 20% move. Bounce. It's basing below VWAP, you know, fading out. Everything in the momentum market not looking good lately, and that's fine. Momentum day trading market, that's fine, because that's because the swing trading is revving up. I need to make a note to myself to reprogram Catalyst Day Calculator. Where is my pen? Oh, way over there. There we go. We got Chris here yet? No. KLR basing just above WAP. See, now why is that not on my list? I swear to God, every day, like the most excellent pre-market stock doesn't show up on my scan. And is that one of them? Let's see. Yeah. I mean, this is good. I should know about this. It's where I'm going to fucking kill TD trade. No idea how much it pisses me off that it doesn't do a proper scan every morning. Why is it leaving shit out? All right, so that up and let's get it on our KLR. Oh, although it looks a little bit like a buyout. Let's see. Oh, it's an acquisition. It's a nothing, Matthew. How did I know that? You need to learn this, Matthew. How did I know that? I know KLR is a buyout without looking at the news. Just looking at intraday chart. Anybody? Morning, Carl. You should change your name to Brain Meyer. Brian, you're our brain now. I'm sure that's been misspelled like a few times. There you go. Dennis says why, Matthew. It's flat. It's just it's pegged at a price, $6.80. What do you want to guarantee that the buyout offer is for $6.80 a share? I haven't even looked at the news, and I know there's been a buyout offer, and it's probably for $6.80 a share. Ready? And then I looked at the news, and lo and behold, there's an acquisition buyout offer. And now let me look at the details on that. Acquisition for about $100 million. That's pretty fucking nondescript. For like, 100 mil, do you accept? Jesus. So 100 million divided by however many shares there are. Okay. So you go KLR shares outstanding. I forget if it's outstanding. I forget the word. 13.2 million shares outstanding for 100 million. So you take $100 million. 100. Did I type that right? 100. Too early for this shit. You know. Okay, there it is. 100 million. I guess I could do this on the screen over here so you can see it. 100 million divided by 13 million shares. $7.57. So that's why it went up to 710. And that's like just me just Googling and using a calculator. So like, it's probably 6.8. It's pegging there because when the more sophisticated investors are doing all the math, debt, this or that, convertibles, it comes out to 6.8. There's shares probably not on the balance sheet that can be converted to shares. And, when you mix it all in, it's probably 6.8. So in, I'm not going to go so far to say 1 second, but in about 2 seconds of looking at that chart, I knew all of that. So you got to get that good. I look at the chart, boom. Okay, I look at the chart, boom. There we go, and I knew everything. So Matthew, when you see a chart like that, it should whatchamacallit, it should make you, what's the word? Suspicious. That's the word I'm looking for. See? And that's all. Just make you suspicious. Do employee options factor in when calculating outstanding shares? Yes. They should, for a buyout type purposes. Because those are non-existing shares that can become shares in the future, and that pours into the total pool. But I will say this: Chris is our resident. Chris Chumas, he's not in here right now, but Chris is our resident freaking expert at that whole behind the public, the private side of stock, and business, because he's been involved with acquisitions and the likes many times. So if we ever need a really definitive answer, just bark up that tree, and I'm sure Chris will be happy to to correct us, to get us more accurately saying what we're saying. But I am probably right. We did the quick math with a calculator. It shows up as 7.57, $7.50 approximately. But it's trading at 6.8. It's sort of leveled off at 6.8. Now, two things are occurring here. One is that investors are saying, well, this is 3 months off, whenever the acquisition would be legally ratified, right? It's several months off. From now until then, it could fall apart. I'm not willing to pay $7.50 yet. And yet some people are, and sometimes the price goes beyond that because it's such exciting news and people get carried away. But it seems to have leveled off, you see. And so it looks like everyone's sort of figured out $6.80 is it. You probably go on StockTwits and people were having conversations and who knows where BAUS is popping right now, you guys. BAOS is popping right now, right over VWAP. If any of you are intraday traders, boom, BAOS is happening. Whoa, it's really popping. Holy crap. It's all the way to $10 now from $9 in just a matter of 15 seconds. It's gone crazy. I don't know if that's a big buyer or if there's additional interesting news going on BAOS or possibly like a press release. But BAOS, if you're an intraday day trader, that is popping right now. All right. Well, now that I've got most of you here, let's go over the market. And there's Ben. Yeah, most of you are here. It's good enough. All right. Let's go. So we're in the midst of potentially forming a base. I really would like it to be a much more longer base. But it's looking like a lot of strength. Like there's a lot of strength here. If I go to, like I just drew this in pre-market, if I go to the 15-minute chart, if I can get it squished out enough, there we go. You can see that inner shelf right there, which is a great pullback consolidation type of pattern because it helps you know where you can get in. So a 365 break, potentially momentum to the upside. I still do think that it's kind of odd that this is in the bounce support area. Oh, never mind. It's literally exactly what was resistance previously, triple top resistance. I actually didn't think that. I thought there was some space between, but no, that makes 100% complete sense now. So now check this out. I can move my base bottom chart to that price. That is probably likely now. And let's see if I work. All right, going back to the daily. It's these middle ones there. So it's no coincidence that support was prior triple top resistance on that previous base just before that breakout. A lot of stocks must have put in a lot of resistance over there. So that became strong resistance, which then became strong strong support. All right. So anyway, what I'm saying here is that we're sort of trapped in this nice consolidating base, which is great. More stocks are just going to get perched and into pole position. And that's why I'm telling you guys, please give me tickers. The market opens in about 4 minutes and 40 seconds because we're not going to see anything interesting happening on these stocks until it's too late. So I need to see them. Like if it's NVIDIA, We need to know, like, is it in pole position? Is it perched and ready to break out and run? You know what I mean? Like, we need to be going through these stocks. So I have, a list of things that are trending. I have another list of things that are up well on the year, and but there can be little treasures out there, little gems that will be so obvious that if I had just looked at the chart, I could have told you. We could have kept it on our hot list, and I could have told you was an excellent opportunity. Let me know. Anyway, so the market forecast today, though, is kind of more of the same. It's just we're in a little bit of a range here. We're in the top 25% of yesterday's range, which is great. We're opening strong, you could say. If today breaks out, I don't really believe it will result in the market running and running and running and breaking out and running. What I do believe is that you should probably take some of those profits if that were to happen. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could happen. I do believe what's going to happen today is just some nice, careful up-down movement, just chop, just more consolidation going on. That trend line there for now. All right, let's go back to our momentum picks, and yeah, fucking BAOS hit 11. So who got in? You could have got in at 9:50 a minute ago, and then it hit 11, and now it's at 10:50ish. And when I called it out, the second candle, it was at like 9:50. Nice, Ben got it. So Benghazi got it. He's at 10.5 divided by 9.5. Got 11% gains for the Benghazi. Benghazi. Ben Johnson. See how that works? All right. So, and then the other ones here, TOVX and Imbecile, whatever that is, and KLR. They're all fading below WAP. I mean, not KLR, but IMBI and TOP. So we really don't have much from the momentum pick area except for BAOS, BAOS. And anything I might have missed that the scanner didn't pick up. Sometimes that happens. Pinterest, yeah, my mom was telling me about that yesterday. She was all over Pinterest. I'm sure she bought shares. But I told her, Mom, it moves slow. And now she's up fucking 4%. Good for her. But it does. It moves slow. It moves about 0.7% per day when it's running. So it's too slow for us. Doesn't mean it's not going to go on a run and be up 30% in a month. No, it could. But that's too slow for us. 30% in a month is good. We want 1% a day. And there's 20 trading days per week, month. They're really holidays. I call them vacations. Because of vacations. But now I'm on a permanent vacation down here. And on a holiday, I just walk across the street and jump in. That's it. That's my vacation. My vacations are now I walk across the street and jump in. Pretty damn fucking cool. Getting ready here. We have 30 seconds till the market opens, and as usual, I'll be in the zone for a couple of minutes, saying whatever I can, but I'm gonna be managing my positions. I've got a lot of them. I gotta be very careful. Okay, so if you don't mind, but go ahead and talk, so I can read what you guys are talking about, and so I can check on the things you in between that you guys are asking about. Okay, good. I got everything sorted by my columns. Here we go. 5 seconds till the market opens. Bing, 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 bing. Out for here. Adobe pulling back a bit hard. Looking at that now. Netflix already crossed the trend line? Oh, was it up in didn't even know it? Let me see. Did. Just barely. All right, we're going to watch Netflix carefully. Oh boy, it's popping. Netflix, do I want? Can I get some? I'll take it. Just, I'm going to make sure I'm going to get out if it doesn't hold like in a few minutes. But all right, about $4 of risks. Doesn't bring my equity percent. Good, it did not. All right, so Netflix, I'm in Netflix. FYI. All right, back to Adobe, and I need to analyze that. Which way that goes in a moment here. Oracle. Market's upticking. S&P 500 not, but the market is. Oracle doing well. Why is it even showing that I'm down? Okay, they gapped down. We've gapped down on the market, but we're moving up. All right, Shopify. Out of that one. I really don't have anything making any alarming moves. Adobe, am I over leveraged on that? Let's see here. I'm just down $100 on this move, and it's moving up. So hopefully leave some things alone. The cubes are performing well at the moment. All right, going to get to your comments now. No comments. All right. I'm here to help you guys. All right, let's look at our Catalyst Day screeners. Yeah, KLR is there, Nerve. Got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser. Look who's talking. TOVX. BK. All these have gapped up and are bleeding out. They're all bleeding out. HKit. I'm going to go over to our hot list and see what. Nerve is on the hot list. I didn't expect it to do that. Jump pre-market after private placement. Okay. Is Nerve going to have a great day? 790, 50 cents a risk, 200 shares. I could do that. 200 shares. Actually, I'll even just go half risk. 100 shares. Nerve. Okay, I got in Nerve. ADSE. Very nice reclaim on ADSE. Gee, what is going on here? This must be from yesterday. How is this pre-market? It's not even trading today. It must have been delisted. Today's the 28th, isn't it? Yesterday's candle. Okay, it's delayed. That's why. Trading Views got that one delayed. That alone for a minute. I think. AugX, no. And the market being still, but the advances versus the decline volume negative. So it's a little bit of a challenge right now. Up volume over down volume actually is very strong. Then what is this? That's strange. So it must be coming from big names. In there. And how's the dollar doing? Yeah, dollar will be bullish on the market. And then advanced declines. 149 stocks making new highs this morning, 75 making new lows. That's a 2-to-1 differential. That's good. That's pretty strong. That's bullish. We've got a bullish day. But the RVOL projection is 70%. So it's a light trading day as well. So less meaningful. Wow, Netflix doing really well. And what was that other one I just got in? Nerve. Let me see how that's doing. Cap that off. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's got a ways to go. It's not trending up. It's hanging out at VWAP. And I'm just going to scroll through. I have that's down on the day, even if they might be going up. INT. Are you in Titty? Are you in TT? I love that one. All right. And what do I want to do with that? I'm up on it. Yeah, I'll get out at break even. Turns back to it. APO. I think this was one of Ben's picks. Somebody's picked APO. Had a nice day yesterday. All right. DraftKings. DraftKings not really performing today. Was looking so good. De-risk some of that. No. Because it's doing so just fine so far. Give it a chance. Play. Dave & Buster's, we just got in that yesterday at the end of the market. Follow through seems to be there. It's just, everything's sort of starting pulled back here. KB Homes. Home builders are doing great. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Right into my value swings. I mean, this market has been just so friendly. No, I didn't say CCL. I'm not in CCL. Are you in CCL? I got out of CCL at some point. I haven't looked at it, but this is why I want you to give me tickers, people, because I'd like to be looking at stocks. Oh yeah, yesterday was a fucking entry on that. But he told me about it. Perfect reclaim day. It's already off and running. You can get in if you want. Are you in it, Matt? Okay. That was a proper entry yesterday. I don't know why I know. Told me about it. Hello. By end of day, that was, at worst case, by end of day, that was an entry. It was really an entry on green over red after the bottoming tail candle bounce off of the 20 yesterday, and green over red. $15 you would have been in, and it's now at $16.34, claiming after a beautiful run. This is one hell of a stock to be in. You got in at the end of the day yesterday. Matthew, why didn't you just tell anybody? Come on, man. I wanted in on that. This is a beautiful stock, beautiful opportunity we've been trying to track. I don't have it on my hot list, and I should. My fault on that. But let us know, people. If you found anything, say something. And, at worst case scenario, it goes through me, and then I let everybody know, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Everybody, you should get on that, Best, that's the worst case scenario. Or is that? All right. Well, Matthew, I hope you got in with some size. Let's see, probably not. Maybe 0.5 R. What kind of size position did you put on? Quarter, half, full? Quarter. Yeah, because the market was, it had a great day, but it wasn't a trigger day or a signal day. So I agree with you that probably a quarter was the right thing to do. That's fine. You're getting lots of price appreciation here. If it doesn't break over the previous high, actually, I think it just did. Then you would want to take some profits at that previous high because it might since there. At the moment, it's not. So just let it run. But if you get a big day, look at the chart on the daily chart on CCL. Okay. You want to take 50% profits on your position on any good day in the next 1 to 5 days from when you got in. And it can even be the same day, frankly. Right? You understand that, right, Matt? Yes? Okay. And so how do you know? How do you know what is a good day? What are some ideas? Does anybody want to chime in? How do you know what's a good day? Some ideas there. Demara Hut, Wolf, unusually strong green day. I would even take the unusual out of that because look, after a pop that gets you into a position, let's say this was a pop that got you into the position at the end of the day over here. Okay, look. Are you watching? Can you see? After that, was there an unusually strong green day? I mean, yesterday was an unusually strong green day. In the last year, there's not been another one. So I think saying unusually strong green day, maybe you mean something else. Maybe you have a different idea. But I think unusually strong green day is not the way to frame it. All you need is a strong green day. That's it. I wouldn't even call it unusual. You're trading. Price does a thing. It does it well. You take profits. No, nothing ridiculous. Don't be waiting for, don't be holding on like with FOMO for some, oh my God, because it's not going to happen. I can tell you right now, it's not going to happen 9 times out of 10. All you're going to do is take 50% profits. And when it's done well, that's it. When it's done well. And you got to judge when it's done well. And so here is what I would do. In the next 1 to 5 days, if it has a candle that resembles any of these really good ones, like this one in size, this one, maybe this one, these are the strong days, and you might not even call them unusually strong, but this is the candle size you're looking for. This is a bit unusual. Pretty huge day. Too much. But this one. So riddle me this, answer me this. Are you almost there? Are we almost there on CCL? You're almost there. Yes. Like, you don't need to wait for it to go to 17. If it gets to like whatever this is here, I think it's like 1670. It's going to be good. You don't get that the next day every time. And when you do, you take your 50%, boom, you're out. And then you leave the 50% to run the 10 moving average or the 20, it bounced off the 20, whatever you want to do. And you can take 25% your other quarter off right there and another quarter off right there, depending on how, you have lots of ideas for your runner, but it's a 2-prong approach. You're trading 2 styles here and you're getting it for double size on that because you're trading 2 things. One is to take 50% out as like a quick scalp in the next 1 to 5 days. What if today it just inched up, and it put in one of these? So you wouldn't take it. And then the next day, maybe it makes a little more progress. Like it could have done this. This is why we say 1 to 5 days. Look, it could have done this. And then this, right? You wouldn't have done anything. And then it does this. And by the end of the day, if it's like this, you have an obligation to take your profits right there. That's the day. You found it, Over here, it would have been this one. Day 3. Today, it's looking like day 1. If it can get up there a little bit more. And if it can't, then maybe tomorrow it will get up there, And if that's too small of a day, fine. And maybe the next day it will, And then after 3 days, it's like compressing like that. You can just say to yourself, you know what? That's pretty good. It's like we're on day 4. I really don't need this to gap down or rip down against me. And you can make a decision there whether or not to hold to the day 5. And then on day 5, it doesn't gap down. It puts in some big, huge day. And now you know. And now you're in. It just automatically tells you what to do. It's not that hard. It's hard. It's not that complicated once you know what to do and how to look at it. But I couldn't have known whether today is good or not without looking at the whole daily chart. That's why you got to become a master of the daily chart. Oh, wow. And now the market is ripping down against us. So now I got to look at my positions again. And cut anything not good. Those are fine. Those are fine. Interesting. AAOI. What do I do with that one? All right, no, that's fine. And, but Adobe, I'm still okay. I'm still profitable on Adobe. C, is that the one I'm seeing? Yeah, that's probably my worst performing position. Oh, yeah, and I got in to get some follow through, and it's totally not following. See, well, I cut my first position of the day. It's not really because the market dropped, and the market just bounced. Now it's dojiing. Still in Adobe, INTT. Nerve. Okay, Nerve has pulled back against me. It's kind of sagging. That soon, probably. This is not great. I was expecting it to maybe just fly, right? And it's not. So wisdom tells you get the fuck out. Because wisdom is what is doing something based on what something's not doing. Taking an action because something's not happening. Because something's not occurring. That's wisdom. Now, I say wisdom is knowing what not to do. But, essentially wisdom is recognizing what's not happening. What's the information that's not there. That's why being a poker player is so informative and so helpful. Life. You should all master poker, chess, and trading. Now Shopify is doing really good. Apparently. Let's see. Ooh, very nice follow through on Shopify. I'm going to add. It's the ad, shelf ad on the Shopify. Where's my cost average? 64. Oh, I'm liking where my cost average is. I don't get too close to my risk point. Set myself up for failure. That would not be good. Interesting. Value stocks are not doing so great today, and growth is. That's really a good sign for the market. It's trying to shake you out of things. How about up BD? off to a bad start on up BD for any kind of follow through from here. If it doesn't cut it, down a smidge. Oh, it's actually moving on up. Globe. That's Oracle. DraftKings. Such a difficult DraftKings. Keep getting signals and it just doesn't follow through. It's not having 2 days in a row ever. You know, every one of our signals. It must be just waiting for the market. In fact, DraftKings is one of those ones that's setting up at pole position. It's just waiting for the market. Look at that. It's just making higher lows. It's putting in all the signs of strength. It's just, you know, being careful. Be nice to get these reclaim entries. Not sure why we missed that one. Maybe we did get it. Maybe some of you did get it. Stay. Nice reclaim entry. And DraftKings doing good at the moment. Okay. Did anybody read what I said the other day? It was a little wisdom about if you maybe I even put in education. No, okay. About size, position size. Okay, there it is. One of the primary reasons you could get shaken out of a healthy swing position is your size is too big and it's mattering too much to you mentally and emotionally purely because of that. In other words, the stock is moving the other way against you. The stock is moving against you, but in a completely healthy manner when you look at the daily chart. It's like not on high volume and it's making a small, move back, but you're getting creamed. That's because you are too big. So I say what to do. Look at the daily chart and regardless, decide if everything is fine. If it is, and you're getting crushed, creamed, it's your position size. It's too big. Trim it. And next time, think ahead about what proper size would be better before you initiate. And it, smaller. Does that happen to anybody? Does anybody ever have to sell because they're getting absolutely crushed in something, and yet later in the day or the next day, it's moving fine? And in fact, if you look at the daily chart, it's not even doing anything that bad. Okay? That is position size. You are going too big. You should be able to withstand being jabbed. Like in boxing, not by a vaccine. And your position size is what's preventing that in that situation. That's the perfect sign of it. I mean, when you get good at reading daily charts and you're able to look at a chart like maybe Oracle. Like Oracle here. This is the daily chart. I don't know, you can probably see it better over here. And let's say you got in yesterday at the top of the market at 118.50, and today it opened down at 116.75. That difference is pretty big, but it shouldn't hurt at all. And you should be able to look at the chart and say to yourself, it's doing fine. And yet you'd still be down, right? You're still down, and it's within healthy movement rails, the guardrails of healthy movement. But if you're getting creamed and you can't take it and you've got to get out, then something's wrong. Because if it's doing fine and it's healthy and you don't need to get out, then why are you having to get out, and why are you getting creamed? Come on, guys, you can put it together yourself. You can teach yourself. You got too much position. You got too big. You're screwing your own self over because of that. Take smaller positions, guys. Good example of that. Actually, I made a post on Twitter as a reply to someone, and I said some things here. I'll repeat them here. That would be. We got to look at hot stocks in a minute. Everybody remind me. Okay. So I was just replying to somebody. I say, I currently have about 40 positions. This was in the context of somebody who's a high growth trader like we are, swing trader, who said, I prefer to increase exposure. He's talking about exposure to his capital, being exposed to risk. I prefer to increase exposure by increasing number of positions, not by increasing position size. And I'll tell you something. The best swing positions are those that are piggybacking a theme. I want your answer right now. Do you understand what I mean by that? Yes or no? Everybody needs to answer that one. Because the way I just explained that, I think, is maybe the best I could explain it. The best stock positions, swing positions you can get into are the ones that you're catching on to what's a theme. And so that can mean it's a sector, it's an industry, it's a trend, not just a price trend. It's a trend, economically or in business or technologically, et cetera. Like AI is a good example. Okay. And those are the best ones because those are the ones that have like this extra backing. It's like we always check the weather every day with the market, right? Well, a theme is like a pocket of weather, a large pocket of weather. Is like regional weather. And you want to get in there and get in on that good weather, regional weather. Even though the grander weather is doing XYZ, a theme has its own energy. And if the weather can blow in the same direction as the theme, now you're going to get really good results, right? Okay, so what I'm saying is that the nice thing is those are the ones you want to be in. And guess what? When it's a theme, there's usually more than one stock. For example, I got Mara, Hut, Wolf, and BTBT the other day, and I think there was even a few other Riot and stuff. I think I got out of that anyway. But they're all Bitcoin, and that's a theme. It's kind of a theme. That's a theme. It's crypto or Bitcoin, right? And so I increased the exposure of my capital not by going into Mara for full size. I went into Mara for a quarter size. but I also got Hut for a quarter size, Wolf for a quarter size, and BTBT for a quarter size. Do you see what I'm saying? And so because it's a theme, I'm writing that theme and I'm in a full position on it, but it's across 4 individual picks. So going smaller so you can manage it any position without feeling like it's walloping you and crushing you to death. Going smaller allows you to avoid that, to avoid feeling like you're getting crushed. And then if the market permits, or if the theme permits, or if the weather permits, the theme and the sector and the industry and the weather and the overarching atmosphere is permitting you to add more size, you don't have to necessarily add it in size. You can find another similarly themed stock that perhaps is giving off a signal and grab some of that. And that increases your exposure to that theme and to the good weather without increasing a position size on an individual thing. I will say this, though. Well, right. Mike just said exactly this, right? I will say this. You can get yourself into so many positions that it can be hard to manage. That's for sure. And the problem there is only if there's a panic day on the market and everything starts moving against you. All I would say is that when you have a lot of positions, if you get yourself into a lot of positions, Mike, then just set mechanical stops. Just set them up. Yeah, just put in mechanical stops. That's it. That's the answer, because you don't want to go the other way. But eventually you do, because here's the other thing. After you've taken your 50% profits, after the 1 to 5 days, 0 to 5 days, we're going to start calling it, it becomes a runner, right? And that runner, often some of those runners that you get stick. They work. They start working out. Like I'm up 71% on one, 27% on one, 15% on one, 13% on one. I got an 8%, a 9%, a 10%, 8%, 9%, 6%. And then I've got the Apple working its around 1%. But, those runners run. And guess what happens? They're at 50% size, right, initially. And then they run, and guess what happens? They consolidate, and you're able to muster it because you're following a whole different plan on those, because you've already taken profits and you're following the 10 or the 20 or some other, whatever it is, you're letting it run. And it starts consolidating, it gave back some highs, it starts consolidating, and then all of a sudden it gives an entry signal. What do you do with that? You add on, and guess what that does to your exposure? It increases it. And now you're getting more concentrated in a name that's been working. It's automatic. If you follow the signals and you follow what the market is telling you, your exposure, and in the right names and in the right industries and the right themes and the right stock picks, becomes automatic, and the increases in size become automatic, and the whole thing becomes self-guiding. And when stuff doesn't work, like it falls below the 10 moving average and it closes below it, or the 20, or it's some alarming, move or whatever, you get out. And if that happens across a lot of stocks, you get out of a lot of them. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm 80% in cash. What's going on here? And the next day the market crashes. It's like, it's automatic management. It's right there in front of you. You just have to really pay detailed attention. That's all. And so you'll get exposed or de-risked according to how the market is pumping. And each stock will be sensitive to how the weather of the market is in a different way. And you'll be able to see, oh shit, this one's really not doing well. The market's doing fantastic, but why is this one so laggy and just sitting there? The next day, it's probably going to sell off. Or later that day, it's going to sell off. Or in the middle of the day, it's going to sell off. Why? Because it's not a stock. It's not a fucking stock, you guys. It's other people just like you. That's what it is. It's people. And it's going to sell off because Nobody wants something that's not doing what it should be doing. And the smarter the people are, the more money they have, and the faster they act. The smart money acts first, and they're the biggest money, and they're going to know something's up, and they're going to get out before the dumb masses, before dumb money. So, you have to act fast. You don't have to panic, but read the signs. Is something being strong when the market is being mediocre? Is something being weak when the market is being strong? Relative strength. Does it make a difference? Is it still perfectly fine and within the realm of healthy movement on your swing trade? Or is it, quite sketchy? You de-risk. Especially if you have, 10, 20, 30, 40 positions. But eventually, if a market's going to run and run and run and run, you're going to find yourself automatically increasing exposure in concentration as well. And those 40 positions are going to start to come down to 20. And those 20 positions in a great run with consolidations and a great bull run might even come down to 10. Just because of the automatic increasing of size that you'll be doing. But, take your profits too after 0 to 5 days. Always rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Take profits while they're there. Chris says something big is happening on snow. Float has a lot of shares. Good stuff. Yeah. All right. Does that help, give yourself some of the confidence you needed, hopefully, in what is sort of like uncomfortable, Yeah. Should give you some confidence in some of the uncomfortable part of trading. Looks like this GCT stock for some reason is reading wrong. I have to go in and correct it or something. The P&L is incorrect on that. Everything looks to be okay. DraftKings improving a slight bit. SMMT. I'm going to take a quick look at that. And I did want to just thumb through our hot list real quick. But, helpful lecture for you there, hopefully. All right. Carvana, second biggest. This Carvana is like yesterday it gave off a signal. Did anybody get into that? I didn't think I get into that. I think they said you guys can grab some. I forget. I think it was in the morning. Did I make an alert or what happened here? Yesterday, fucking Carvana moving. That's what I said. Yeah. I just don't want to get in. And yeah, it's doing fine. What's that other one, that you're in, Ben? That I wish I got at CCL. How is it doing now? No, that wasn't Ben. That was Theo or somebody. Matthew. Palantir. I'll take a look at it. CCL. No, but let me look at this. This is, there it is, 1670. Did you take your profits, Matthew? It's, that's pretty much a good day now. Yeah, you did. Good. There you go. You're a trader now. Congratulations. All right, CCL and Upstart and Palantir, I think you said, yeah. Upstart, yeah, that would have been nice to see yesterday. Yesterday was an entry on Upstart. If anybody could have told me, because it popped back over these moving averages that it pulled underneath. Could have easily got in at about 31.80. It's now at 35. Thanks a lot, guys. You cut it yesterday completely? Upstart? Why? Just you felt that risk? I don't know. Probably had too big of a position. You needed to cut half. Should have kept some. It's doing well. That's a perfect spot to get in on an uptrending stock. It's a pullback. What are you waiting for? The next time it pulls back in 3 months? That was your entry. Should have left that on. and let it go for 0 to 5 days. Not good enough swing trading, Ben. Calling that one out. Popped his cherry, Carl. Yeah, exactly. And then Palantir. Yeah. Entry at 14. Possible add-on yesterday at 1425. Yesterday to 1450. And today green over red 1490. I mean, this has all been excellent movement on Palantir. And let's flag that. What was that last one? Upstart. We need to flag that too. Anything like this, guys, please let me know that has gone on a run off of the bottom, or it's been on a run, it's making appreciation, it's doing well over the 200. I want to see bullshit like that's all along the bottom. That doesn't help. But things that have been running, we need to know about those. Anyway, that Palantir, yeah, it's been an entry. It's an entry now. I would have much preferred because to get in back here on this reclaim on 14, it needed to be on a hot list so you could see it. All right, Carvana, little m. CL. That's the fourth one on our list here, and it's up good. So now what happens, Matthew, is you need to sort of like track it differently. The rest of your position on, what was it? CCL is a different play. It's to run the moving averages at this point now, CCL. If you look at the chart, it looks like letting it run up the 5 moving average works well, but can be a little testy, but certainly the 10. The 10 could keep you in for a but the 5 could be it as well. You could do both. You come up with a plan. I'll get half of what I have left after it closes below the 5. I'll get out the rest if it closes below the 10, and that's fine, man. You don't have to worry about when that day comes. Just let it take you out, because it's going to lead to a pullback and a consolidation and then another signal, and then you'll be in again. So you don't want to be losing money that you've gained. That's the whole purpose of selling. Things are showing the signs of being over, so you're not in it for the further downside. Okay, got to keep going through this hot list. RMTI, P. Good signal on AIP. Hey, IP here. Get out of here. All right, dad joke. Hey, IP. Best entry of 645. Not too bad. Concerning that it's moving well during the market, which is not. It's not like CCL. One to analyze, but I like it and I want it, but towards the end of the IoT with a signal. Did I get it? I would get some IoT before the end of the day. $1.50 of risk. Now I got to reorganize all of my whole. I'm getting some IoT $1.50 risk stop at 25 early. It's taking me to a pretty leveraged spot. So do some there. We're well past 10 o'clock. So any signals have already transpired. If anybody knows of anything, say it in the trading chat, not in here. Trading chat. I'll check sound real quick right now. No, I mean, that's very hard to get in. Like, it didn't give us the right signal. Perhaps you could have got breakout at 337, but you'd still be in that trade, taking some profits and then being 50% runner. To get in now is not a spot to get in. It's a spot to already have been in. Day. Yeah. So I'll reclaim bounce in the base, if you were expecting something bullish to happen. Oh yeah, that's that beautiful shelf entry there. Do you see? Hasn't even broken out of the trend that it's starting. It's pretty kind of slow though, but I think because of its pricing, come out to be worth it. That's that inner shelf break, which is kind of an ABC type pattern. This was the troubling thing, is that it did almost a 80% pullback from the. I'll put it on my hot list. Maybe it'll make us money in 2 days or something. 2 days. Okay, see you in trading chat. Let me know of anything over there. Good morning to you guys. See you in trading chat. All right. Bet. It seems like an okay day today so far.